Okay, here we start with the first set, the first road as it's called, and that's with the yoke punch. That will introduce this type of motion. And the yoke punch is a very special punch in which you use both hands at the same time. And what that does is it aligns the torso and particularly the shoulder girdle in a very special relationship. It looks really funny because your hands are both spread out this way, but if you eliminate this hand and just pull it up here, you realize it's exactly the way you should punch in most cases, at least for that particular angle. So the yoke punch will get both of your arms unified, and that principle is called tong bei, and it's really important to go forward to have the hands able to talk to each other all the time. So this is road one, introducing the yoke punch. All right, let's learn some Tan Tui, 12-road Tan Tui. Before we get into this set, we're going to learn one of the most important things about Tan Tui, which is the salutation that begins each road. And this is really important because wherever you are on the road, you can cap it and stop just by doing the salutation. So it's a way of ending a road. All right? So here's how it starts. It's pretty simple. From whatever position you're at, you make a motion slightly outward with your right hand. You make a big parrying motion with your left hand, palm leading. From here, you come feet together as you pull your left hand back and strike out with your right hand. Notice it's a side fist, just like that. So let me try it again. Now you notice I had you kind of comfortable with your feet far apart. And the idea here is that little side step, it has a function, martially, but mainly no matter which position you're in, as you finish each set, this little what's called cheat step, it allows you to kind of, make it come out just right. So the action here looks like this. You go 1, 2, and 3. In some styles, like the northern styles, they may have that leg up. It can be very elaborate. I'm showing you this whole Tan Tui, the simplest possible version so you can really get it and get good at it. So once again, we go like this. Throw the hand out, but it's cocking. This hand comes back. Now comes the interesting part. As you punch out, you maintain and slightly lean. The idea is not such as a basic karate punch. What you're not doing here is this. You're not pulling the hand back as the other hand goes out. What you're doing instead is you're coming up to the hand a little bit. You got this kind of curvature on the left arm. So let's try that one more time. It can be from anywhere. You could be doing a jump kick and end up this way. So from here, as you step forward with the right side, you slight motion with the right hand outward, parry, and then you kind of stand up and you're making sure this is aligned. Right? So you don't want to be this way, and you don't want to be way turned this way, but almost to the maximum, the perfect angle of the alignment with the shoulder and the other hand like that. And from there, you can do any of the 12 sets. Okay, now we start in the first road of the 12-road Tan Tui. Now, you already know the salutation, so that's where you're going to start. And you'll note that the 12-road Tan Tui does have a bit of power, so there will be some fa jing involved. But first, I'm going to show you pretty slow and take you through the movements. First, you drop to the left into a horse stance momentarily. Cock your left arm. But you notice as I cock it, I turn it toward the opponent. And then what I do is I go into a bow stance as I throw what's known as a yoke punch. And the idea of the yoke punch is I have a yoke over my shoulders that unifies my arms through my shoulder girdle. And that's a big theme in Tan Tui. So from here, we're out here like this. Now watch this. I'm going to shift back into a horse. At the same time, raise both hands. Now, this one's folded. This elbow should be aligned with that fist. You're still looking to the left. And then you throw a vertical back knuckle. Now, this is timed, so this swinging action is synchronous with the cocking of the right hand. And now I'm going to throw a yoke punch again, but off the right side. I drop the hand almost straight down, a little curvature past my medial line, and then the elbow becomes a pivot point. And as I roll the arm over, it becomes a backward motion, like a back knuckle going down. Now, don't think this is a downward block where you're trying to hit a kick and breaking your wrist. We'll explain as we go what the usage is. So from here, downward. Now I cock the right hand, open the foot, and kick out. I step forward. I punch with the front hand yoke punch, which is now the right. Watch me as I snap into the horse. Vertical back knuckle, dropping as the left hand cocks and I throw the other yoke punch. So from here, As it swings past the thigh, time to launch. Drop and hook. Kick. Now, I'm putting forward, and as I do that, I could throw a third yoke punch and start a third repetition. But instead, I salute. Let's try it again. First point to understand. 2 repetitions take me over to there. And this way, I'm facing the camera and you during the whole performance. But let's say I had done a third repetition. Then I would be facing opposite, which is fine. It's up to you. You can keep them facing the same way, or you can flip around and have the loop go this way. All right, let's try it again. Step out, yoke punch. Cock, yoke punch. Downward block, that's what we call it, not how we use it. Yoke punch. Cock, yoke punch. Low block, kick, salute. Again, aligning the arm, aligning the fist with the body. Elbow comes down, wraps the kidney, and your body shoots forward. Make sure you don't go like this as your punch. Go into the punch, have this drop, and feel a connection through the back. Pull back, you're folding, so you could be hitting with an elbow. Block, punch. Same connection through the back. In this case, 90 degrees is plenty because it's off the rear hand. Cock, kick. Now, because front hand, 45 degrees, approximately, about 30 actually. And from there, coming back, folding the elbow, and then synchronizing this strike with its following punch. Keep your arms where they are in space. Lock, kick, coming up, strike. Let's see that in close-up. So this is the first row to the Tan Tui. Like I say, you could do it in twos or threes. In other words, odd numbers or even numbers. You could do 1. You could do 1 repetition, right? Up to you. You could do it down the football field if you want to. But the number 1's important because later ones will build on it as though a refrain in a song. So you go back and use most of this yoke punching and all these positions. So it's a good one to practice a lot of.